My name is Kim Kyung-mi, and I'll be here with you today, helping guide you through the flow of this beautiful session. Focuses on lessons from the first BTR, sharing experiences and building capacity for enhanced transparency in developing countries.
Strategy to enhance transparency in developing countries. So I want to have some difficult questions for and first of all I would convey my thanks to the hosts. Here are going to have 6 panelists who are going to have a dialogue with me in the next 80-85 minutes. And as we have heard, we are also going to have the opportunity to ask questions, maybe even make a comment via the app, Mentimeter. And you already can see their names on stage and also their official title, but let me try to introduce a little bit. 12 hours time difference, but we have been here already closely to 3 weeks, so we do the jet lag one more time, going home soon. She's coming all the way from Argentina. She's an agricultural engineer, and I will request my colleagues to show the QR code. Is on. So very clear picture. So let's start our conversation. Thank you very much.
The majority of the work, the field work, is done and is collected by the numerator. So at the end of the day, this will speed the process of data compilation for each sector, because each sector has got enumerators that are there. But additionally, we also have a scenario whereby we were trying to cover up issues.
We actually didn't make any changes regarding to BTR preparation, because we already have established dedicated institutional system under the national inventory. We also established working groups regarding mitigation, adaptation, transparency, and we have also prepared some reports regarding the
ecology, air quality, and climate change inside. So at the end of the day, you see climate change department has 4, 5, 6 staff who are also dealing with other matters.
Who would like to start?
Yeah, sorry, I keep taking the back. I think that maybe all of us come from a technical background, and we are very focused on the numbers, on the inventory, and how to get to the tier 2 equation. But I think that was something that was addressed in one of the first lectures we had in Spain. And then there's other aspects of climate change that are still, I think, maybe taken aside because they are less prioritized, and that is maybe general public awareness and communication. Even with adaptation and mitigation, it's very important that some things are government mandated, but other things are citizens conducted. So they are the ones that might need to understand better why some things are important. And that is very hard, not just to design a good communication policy, but also to keep track of it and have some feedback on the success of it, or indicators of performance. And that is something that I think we should start working on as well.
Tamara also, actually, we understood that this is not a policy level one. So it should be a grassroots one, because the people are the one who is responsible for everything. Because if we are get a policy or act, we couldn't have because that's the thing. So capacity building should be in the ground level actually. So, and also that I hope that in our country that every person must be aware of this literacy process, that every engagement funds, that how I could contribute this climate change. So in future, I think that because that government officers who are working in these fields, every day they are changing that, they are also go for a better offer actually, because now my colleagues they are moving to the projects and they are working under UNDP and everything. So actually that it happens all the time. So when we are getting a project, that responsible officer will go to UN agency. So that's the thing. So it should be penetrate to the bottom level, and everyone must be aware of this climate change and their responsibility in these actions. So in future, I think that as a country we can work together, and because Sri Lanka is the most vulnerable country, but we are not the emitter. So our emission level is 0.1, less than 0.1. So we have to take the actions, we have to take the adaptation actions and also mitigations. But to take these actions, everyone must be aware. So in future, I think in our country, as a country, that everyone should be aware of this climate change and their responsibility to take action.
Thank you very much.
I totally agree with my colleagues. Public awareness is the key, and also education. It should start from the kindergarten to university all the way again. I believe that, because otherwise it's not actually public knowledge about this. For instance, we published the climate law, and there were still some raising voices, even in LinkedIn. So yeah, public awareness is the key, and it's the most important subject of the climate change. We are actually a tiny part of the system, but it needs to grow, like globally and with every country, within every country.
Thank you. Hassan, by the way now?
I would like to support the provided answers by my colleagues here. But for my take, it's just we need a sustainable one, because we cannot say that this is our initiative, and maybe at some point we will go to other track in our career and nobody's there. I believe that it is essential to have a national policy on climate change and to formally institutionalize everyone who is involved in developing and implementing projects addressing climate change, either adaptation or mitigation. Because we will strive for a more sustainable solution rather than a bandit solution that for this inventory, for this BDR, these are the people. What will happen for the future improvement of our transparency reports? So I believe that we should develop a national policy and move it to the ground level.
Okay, in my case, I would like to say maybe climate education is key from the ground roots up to the national. For example, if you are to roll it out from, let's say, from the primary education, secondary education, at the end of the day, that will guarantee us a sustainable future for us. Yeah.
Last word to David.
Thank you. My panelists, my colleague have already covered many points, but mine was always to reflect on how we can communicate our BTR after submission, so that it can not a report remaining on the website. So all key partners, all regarded institutions in the country should know what is inside the BTR, approaching them, dissemination, but also an awareness is very required. This is maybe a key point I can note. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I look at the time, we have 25 seconds. So I guess I can say this concludes our side panel. I hope it was all of you have taken some messages or some insights from our panel here this morning. Can I ask you for a big hand to our panelists?